I have finally got an Android tablet. This one here happens to be the Scroll by Storage Options, and this is the unboxing of it. Now I got this for Christmas of 2010, and I've now finally got around to doing the unboxing. I have already unboxed this and tested it, so it works fine, but I've placed it back in the box exactly how you would find it when you opened it. And the first thing I'm just going to show you is the actual box itself. So here you can see the box is very similar to the iPads. You have the actual device image here with the little Scroll logo, and at the top it says 7-inch tablet PC. By going ahead into the bottom, you can see it shows you the different sides of the Android tablet, which is a very nice feature, this box. So immediately you can see all the connections, which I'll go through in a minute. Left hand side, you have the left hand side of the device, plus it says mobile internet device for Android. Turn it around the front, you can see obviously the front or the top of the device, and then on the side again we have the mobile internet device logo, the Android, and the actual right hand side of the device. And when I take it out, you will see the device also has the same design as the iPad as well. So this is very much like an iPad, apart from it's got a smaller screen, and it's Android obviously. Now thanks to the Screensaver Electric Sheep, I can now do this colourful background to my videos, so that'll be playing in the background. But this is the actual box. Now if I show you the back, it shows you the specs of it. So if I just going to place this box down and then move the camera. Right, so here is the actual back of the box now. Now I will bring it closer, but just show this to give you some information and the specs of it here. So if I just go ahead and move this in front of the camera, let's see, it says here, you can't really see it, but there we are. It says the Scroll is a revolution in portable computing. You can connect with your friends via social networking apps. You can watch HD movies, 7-inch widescreen display. You can listen to music, send emails, surf the web with a Wi-Fi hotspot. You can also, it's a fully functional media player house as well, with 1080p video out, and can handle virtually any media format thrown at it. Video, images or music, Android 2.1. And it says here the content of the box is the actual device, the power adapter, USB cable, the manual, the OTG cable, which I'll explain in a minute, and the headphones. Now here you will see it can do Wi-Fi, Google, Facebook, YouTube and email. These all come pre-installed when you actually on the device itself. They come pre-installed. Now the actual specs. Now there'll be a picture on the screen if I can get one, but I'll just place the box down here and go through them. So it says here operating system is Android 2.1. It has a processor of 800 MHz ARM11 telechips, which basically means telechips at the moment for Android tablets is the only processor on the market that can play Windows format movies, Apple format movies, Flash videos, etc. So I'll go through that in a minute. The display is 7-inch with a resolution of 800 by 480, so it's a decent resolution. And it's 16:9 resistive touchscreen. Basically, resistive touchscreen is multi-touch, but only on apps that will allow multi-touch. It's not like the iPad where it's competitive, so it's multi-touch for everything. And RAM is 256 or megabits of DDR2 RAM. Internal memory has 2 gig memory built in, but it has a micro SD slot that can go up to 32 gig. It has a webcam built in, which is quite nice. It's 0.3 megapixels. Okay, might not be your super duper one for making YouTube videos, etc., but it will do for taking pictures and then uploading them to Facebook, etc. It has Wi-Fi well built in. It does 802.11b and G. It has 3D game support, so it supports OpenGL 2 version 2 3D. Now it has HD support, so these are the formats it will support: Full HD 1080p, MPEG-2 which is MP2, MPEG-4 which is MP4. It's got AVS, H.264, WMV, AVI, MP4. Yes, it says MPEG-4 and MP4. Now, it does basically, the MPEG-4 has got to be something like MPEG-4 audio encoded with H.264, etc. So yeah, it does that. MP4, RMVB, which I've never actually heard of that format, but it might be something like a real player or something like that. I'm not quite sure. There's FLV, which is obviously flash video, and NKV, which is, I have heard of that one, just I've never actually used it, so don't know how good it is. I've never actually used any software that has that at the moment, but if you do, then that's great. Right, now ebook, it has ebook support. It supports PDF, EPUB, which I've never heard of again, text, so you can put, or TXT, so you can put notepad files on here, HTML, so you could download HTML files from your computer and transfer them onto here, RTF, PDB, DJVU, which I've never heard of at all, IW44, which I've never heard of again, FB2, MOBI, and TCR. These are all ebook formats, so you might not have heard of them. But PDF, TXT, HTML also does HTML as well. Those are usually your standard ebook formats. So if you got off Google eBooks or Notepad or Adobe Reader, then that would be your default format, or standard format. Again, what you could also do as well is you can go into Microsoft Word, write out some notes or whatever, and then save them as a PDF using the PDF add-on available from Microsoft. Now getting back to this, G-Sensor, it has a 16-bit G-Sensor, which means it can monitor and rotate through 360 degrees, which basically means it will rotate here, rotate here, rotate here, rotate here. So no matter which way you have it, it'll always rotate. Now, not many tablets actually have this feature yet. They just have the two-way, which means you could do it like that or like that. But this does all of it. Now, this feature is what I would like to be a little bit better on this tablet, but again, it's only a cheap tablet. It costs around £125 in the UK. I'm not sure if it's available outside of Europe. Possibly is. I don't know, I haven't checked. But I'll put a link in the description to it. Now battery, this is 3,400 milliamp hours. It's a Li polymer rechargeable battery, up to 4 hours use. So that's if you're not doing anything on it, but if you start YouTube and stuff, you get probably about 3 hours out of it. So that could be something that could be improved on this tablet if they was to release a newer version of it. But hey, it's a cheap tablet, so it works. So There we are. But features, it also does music, photo, movie, Gmail, email, MSN, Facebook, Adobe Reader, Google Maps, YouTube, Flash and 3D games. These all come on as standard and pre-installed. Adobe Reader you might have to download from the market, as well as the MSN, but anything else comes as pre-installed, including their own Facebook client they've made, but I've gone ahead and installed the actual official one. The speakers, it's 3 times 1 watt at 8 ohm speakers, so it's a decent sound as well. It can go quite, it does decent volume for games and YouTube videos, but it does come with headphones. It says here 3.5mm earphone jack, so you can go to headphones or external speakers or amplifiers. Outputs is 5-pin mini USB, full-size HDMI TV out. It's actually mini HDMI, but you can always buy a mini HDMI to HDMI adapter. Full sizes, then it'll do full 1080p. 5-pin mini USB host port for USB flash drive, keyboard, mouse or any other external device, so you can plug any USB device into here if you wanted to. It also has, for power, it has a 5-volt DC input, and it also has an aluminium case on it, just like the iPad. So now I'm going to go to the actual unboxing. And now for the actual unboxing itself. So here is the box. I'm just going to place this down, and then I'm going to take this off. Do we need that as I'll leave that there. Now you can see it's packed exactly the same as the iPad. Just check see if you're getting that in shot. Move that over slightly. Just like that. Right. So it's packed exactly the same as the iPad. So if I was just to do this and take it out, there's a little finger hole here. And here's the actual device. It's in some felt packaging. I'll take that out in a minute. I'll just place that over here. Now it's packed exactly the same as the iPad, as I said. You have the device, the book, and then all the cables. So here's the actual manual. It goes through stuff like first time setup, different things you can do on it, setting the display up for the first time, installing apps, uninstalling apps, the different buttons and stuff, but I don't need that. Now here is, in this plastic bag, we have some headphones with the 3.5mm cable on. There's some standard MP3 player earphones. You don't have to use this. I haven't used these yet, so they're still in the bag. I'll place that back in there. Here we have a USB cable. Now this isn't the actual cable that comes with it. You do get a longer cable that comes with it, but it's exactly the same cable, just short of this, because I'm currently using the cable for something else. So you can see we have a mini USB to USB. Here is the OTG cable, I think it's called. Is it called the OTG? OTG cable, which basically means it's a mini USB to a USB socket cable like that. This is for plugging stuff like external mice or keyboard or webcams into it, or memory sticks. And this is the actual charger itself, like that. It uses it's like it's similar to a Nokia connector, but it's not exactly the same, it's slightly thicker. This is 5 volts and it charges very quickly. When I charge it, it takes about an hour, to an hour and a half maximum to charge up. 2 hours, kind of depending on if you're using it or not. But yeah, it seems to charge really quick. But what you can do as well, if you ever lose this charge or misplace it, you can use a 3 volt Motorola charger, phone charger, which has a mini USB charging socket on the end. You just plug that into the USB plug, because there's 2 USB plugs on it. One's for USB and one's for the host, but I'll get into that in a minute. So with the 3 volts charger though, it does take an extremely longer time to charge than this charger, the 5 volt one, but you can still charge it. As long as you use a charger that doesn't go above 5 volts, it'll be fine. And that's all in the box, there's nothing underneath it. Just place this back into there. I'll take these out, I'll leave the headphones in there, and I'll place this over here. Now here is the device. If I just go ahead and open up the felt packaging, take it out like that. It does come with a screen protector ROM. I'm not quite sure if you can see that reflecting, but the screen protector covers the whole area of it apart from the webcam. Well, it does cover the webcam as well, but it doesn't lose any of the quality. And it's got little holes for the buttons. It does have a built-in microphone, not very loud at all, but it will be alright for doing sound recording for the video, or if you're doing music identifying apps like SoundHound, which I've got installed on here. All the apps I've got on here I'm doing reviews and videos of in the future. I'm just going to at some point just sit down and do a video of all the apps on here. It might take an hour, but I don't have limits, so I'm alright. But yeah, these are the actual connections there. It's the same design as the iPad, apart from you got a thick border with obviously 3 buttons at the bottom. You've got the menu, home and back. It doesn't have a search button like some of them do. But this is the same design as the iPad as well. You've got the power button here, and this is the volume up and down. At the top you have the 3.5mm headphone jack. Now on the back, you have to look on the back, we can see that we have here, which is the Wi-Fi adapter. We also have some stickers on the back that says Android 2.1 mid, just means MIDI PC. The G sensor, it says 1080p. It's got all the battery information, processor information on there. It says Android market compatible. Flash memory and 2 gig of flash memory. Flash memory basically means instead of little disks that rotate like normal hard drives, for example, in computers, flash memory is basically circuit board memory, circuit board storage basically. And it's nice aluminium back, as you would find on the iPod or iPhone 4 or iPod 4 as well. We have the scroll logo, and we also have Wi-Fi and other information here, as well as the website. And also written down here is all the connection names. So I'll now go through that. You have here the 3 speakers, 3 1-watt speakers, 8 ohms. You have here is the charging socket. You have 2 screws on either side, and you have the 2 USB plugs. This one here is for plugging it into your computer. So you would go plug this cable into there, and then this end would go into your computer. Make sure it's on the left hand one, or if you're unsure, just look on the back and it will tell you. And then this right hand one is the host, which basically means you would get your OTG cable, which looks like that, and then you will plug that into there, and that any USB device into there. So I could then plug let's see if I can find something to plug in there. Oh, I'll just plug this in, but if you wanted to just plug a USB device, simply just plug in that into there like that. And if I take that out, we have here we have a SD card slot. Currently in here I have a 16 gig micro SD or TF card, but it can go up to 32 gig. I just keep my music and videos on here. All the apps are stored on the internal memory. And yes, I do have Angry Birds, both of them. They're free on the Android. And here is the mini HDMI. Now it's gold plated, so you get the best connection possible. Now the reason why I discovered this was mini, because I went to plug in a normal HDMI cable and was like, oh, it doesn't fit. So it does do 1480p, it's just mini HDMI. So you go to amazon.co.uk or .com, you can get a mini HDMI to full size HDMI cable for about £2 for a decent one. Okay, so that's all the connections done on there. Now I'm going to plug it in and turn it on. So I'm just going to get this charger here. And I'm just going to quickly get an extension cable. Without dropping it, and plug it into there. And plug on the wall. I'm going to plug this into there. Now you will see we have a green light indicating the charger is on. And then as soon as if the device is off and you plug the charger in, it will automatically turn the device on. So you ready? That just simply goes into there. And we now, as you can see, it now says scroll. The boot process does take a little while for Android, but it's just because it's Linux with a heavy GUI. Now the GUI hasn't really been customized. It's just the standard Android UI, so it's all white with the standard icons. Unlike HTC or Samsung, who actually, or other companies who such as Motorola, who actually come in and they change the UI is in colour scheme, not necessarily completely, just the colour scheme. So it says welcome, and now we get the actual Android thing. I'm just going to turn the G sensor up to make sure it starts up in straight. Then I'll demonstrate the on an app. It does do widgets as well. I have also bought a screen protector for it as well. It's just a 7-inch screen protector, not the full size one. But I bought one that fits on there whenever I'm going to replace this. Right, so that was the unboxing of the lock that. You can see it has a lock screen, but like the iPhone, you slide to unlock, and you also disable the audio from there as well. So that was the unboxing of the Scroll Android Tab 2.1 Internet tablet by Storage Options. I would give this 4 out of 5 stars. The reason I give it 4 out of 5 is because there could be a few improvements in little areas, but it doesn't affect the usability or of the device. So a review, kind of slash unboxing slash review. Yeah, so my review is very good for money, 4 out of 5 stars, and I recommend if you're looking for a good Android tablet, browse the internet, put apps on there, can run Angry Birds or any 3D game, get this Android tablet. This Scroll by Storage Options. And don't forget, you can check me out on my don't forget you can check me out on Twitter at twitter.com/ThomasCarterUK. And you can see here where you can see my latest tweets, pictures, etc. You can also go to my YouTube channel, which you might be on now, I don't know, but youtube.com/YolaComputers, where I have my latest videos here. And also you can finally check me out at facebook.com/ThomasJCarterUK. Links are all in the description. The website's currently down at the moment. This is a Facebook fan page. Here, you can go open where you can see my latest posts, etc.